Hi everyone, welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing. My name is Esther Jacob and I'm the founder of Authentic Worth Publishing. I know it's been a very long time that I've done a video. My goodness, it has been such a productive season, but I'm back now and I'm endeavoring to be as consistent as I can be. So some of you may know already or may not know, I've actually published and released a new book called Confident Face, which I will insert right now. So the book is now available on the website, which is authenticworth.com/books. And I will be doing a separate video about the book very soon. A massive thank you to each and every one of those that did attend the book launch for Confident Face. Moving forwards now, I want to talk to you about my fourth book, The Power of a Forward-Thinking Mindset. As I have done a book series for all of the chapters, we've only got 2 left to go after this one, which I'm very excited for. And I want to really inspire you as I share chapter 10 called The Cost of Hesitation. Now, when I wrote this chapter, I just said to myself, what is it that I am refusing to release? You know, there are times in our lives where we have to ask ourselves, what are we willing to let go of? I just want to quickly read about it in a bit more further depth so that you can get an understanding of what I am referring to. And this is on page 183. And it says, if you could see the way I'm laughing at this subheading, because I know how much of a struggle it is to wrestle with your own decisions. I can look back and laugh because when my relationship with the Lord wasn't consistent, it would be my way or the highway. But as each day is going by, I notice what I planned didn't always fall in place. I do believe there will be times where our mind informs us which way to go, especially when we are in vulnerable seasons. When we obey how we feel, it leads to another path that doesn't correspond with what we had in mind. And when I wrote this part, I said to myself, I could definitely relate, and I'm sure a lot of us can resonate with times where we struggle with what God says and what we want. There's that cost of hesitation. I don't want to do it your way. I believe my way is the perfect way. And when you end up doing it, you realize that maybe it wasn't the right way. Maybe you were rushing too ahead of yourself. We've all been in seasons of vulnerability and pressure and that fear and that anxiety to make a decision on the spot. And it happens so consistently that we need to learn not to allow it to define us. On page 186, it says that humility is important as we seek the face of God for direction and guidance. To learn that our prideful nature and selfish motives cause illnesses and times of testing will tempt us to solve issues on our own. I can really look over my life and say that there genuinely has been things that I have been endeavoring to do on my own. And I'm still in that season where I'm learning to fully let go. When we have a vision in mind, we know what we want, but we're not willing to let go of what we have in mind to actually get to that destination. And there are times where it hasn't been the easiest because I want to see everything fall in place. I want to be able to be in control of my life. But I've come to realize that that isn't always going to be the case. And many of us, knowingly and unknowingly, actually does this because we have something that we want to achieve, but we're doing it in our own strength. The cost of hesitation is encouraging you not to do things on your own, because when you do things on your own, you will burn out. You will think that you need to do so much work to achieve a certain goal, but I strongly guarantee you, when you rest and you have time for you and you actually give God the room to move in your life, He will give you everything you need to achieve that task. And it says here that we hide for safety, but become exposed by the drastic trauma that happens to us. So we want to be comfortable. We don't want to come out. We don't want to admit that we are responsible for our lives. Allowing God's will to be done on earth will save a lot of heartache in the long run. Remember, we don't know how long we will live on earth. And I strongly believe that God doesn't want us living for ourselves, but for the lives of others who are struggling and suffering in silence. And one quote I mentioned here is that our lives are the way they are because we aren't seeking God enough. Now, this book is to really make you understand that as you have a forward-thinking mindset, as you think about your future, think about the God of your future as well. You don't need to do things on your own. You don't need to feel overwhelmed. It takes grace to move forward, and it also takes patience. You're not going to see everything you desire happen in the flash of your eyes because you may not be able to handle it. Your blessing isn't the same as someone else's blessing. You can decide to leave your role right now to fulfill your purpose, and you can feel the need to get agitated because you're at work and you think, I need to copy that person because it looks good. And the minute you do it without seeking God, you start to burn out. You don't need that, especially in the season that we're in right now. So many of us are trying to find answers. We're trying to find ways to be happy. Sometimes we even try to entertain shortcuts to get to our destination. But you can never shortcut your destiny. Your destiny is too expensive for it to be compromised. And I say this with all humility. Be patient with the process. Journey with the Lord. Invite Him in. Don't do things on your own, because I strongly guarantee you it will be hard for you to pick up the pieces when you have to start again. Remember, when you invite God into your heart, when you invite Him into your situations and the plans and the decisions that you want to make, you will have so much peace. And everything around you that's trying to distract you will subside, because there will be distractions. You will be distracted. You may even distract yourself. Seasons change, and so will the cost of hesitation. You have to decide how much you're willing to pay for change. How honest are you in changing your life right now? What changes do you want to see happening right now? I want you to really think about that. And for those of you who have the copy of The Power of a Forward-Thinking Mindset, think about what changes you want to make in your life. What are you going to stop complaining about and start being thankful for? The Power of a Forward-Thinking Mindset is breaking strongholds in the mind, letting you be free to be your authentic self, reminding yourself that you have a purpose on earth to fulfill. For those of you that would like a copy of my book, you can find it on the website on authenticworth.com/books for a signed copy. And I want to encourage each and every one of you, for anyone that wants to publish a book, Authentic Worth provides bespoke publishing services for all types of authors. Those who are in the beginning stages, those who are in the middle stages, and those who have finished their book but they want more support in marketing and promotion. For more information, do visit our website on authenticworth.com. In the next chapter, we will be focusing on the personality of God. I spoke about the character of God last year on my personal YouTube channel. I'll link the video in the description bar below just to give you a brief insight into what chapter 11 is about. I do believe this chapter is very important, especially for those who want to draw closer to God in this season. Thank you once again for each and every one of you, your support, your love, your well wishes. It is highly appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed at all. I appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, I'll see you in chapter 11, where we speak about the personality of God. Bye bye.